Yeah. Now, so we'll be doing inequalities now. First, let me explain the concept. Once I explain the concept, then I'm going to give the questions to you. First, you need to know all the concepts that are there. We have 4 symbols in inequalities. In equality, we have just 1 symbol, but in inequalities, we have 4 symbols. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So some students generally get confused. This is symbol stands for less than or equal to, less than or equal to, greater than, or equal to, greater than or equal to. Everyone knows. If some students get confused, less than or greater than, you should know. First, you should know the terminologies of this: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Okay, we know this, right? Yeah, perfect. Now, why SAT is difficult? SAT is not difficult. SAT is, they try to confuse us. So they give different words or different conversion of English to math is most important in SAT. The moment you are good at this, you can solve any questions. Just before going to that, let me tell you what are the properties of these inequalities. When I say properties of inequalities, suppose if I have x or minus 2x plus 5 is less than 3x minus 7. So first condition is I can subtract any number on both sides. Inequality sign will not change. So if I subtract, I get minus 2x less than 3x minus 12. Next condition is I can add any number on both sides. Inequality sign will not change. So minus 2x plus 12 is less than 3x. If I can add any number on both sides, or I can subtract any number on both the sides, inequality signs will not change. If it is less than, it remains as less than. If it is greater than, it is greater than. So less than or greater than is no way going to affect by adding or subtracting any number on both the sides of the inequalities. I'm clear. Now, when I'm dividing with a positive number on both sides, inequality sign will not change. So this can be written as minus 2x by 3 plus 4 is less than x. Addition, subtraction, dividing, or even multiplying. Addition, subtraction, positive number, dividing or multiplying. Inequality sign will not change. Now, if I try to suppose if I have minus 2x is less than or equal to 3x plus 5, assume if I divide with a minus 2 sign, the inequality sign changes. Or if I multiply or divide with a negative sign, inequality changes. Negative sign means negative number I meant here. When I'm dividing or multiplying with a negative number, the inequality sign changes. So if I divide with minus 2, this becomes x greater than or equal to, this is something minus 3x by 2 minus 5 by 2. Okay, yeah. So simple, we learned what is the symbols. There are 4 symbols. Then we are learning the conditions that are there with these symbols. When I say conditions, adding, subtraction, multiplying with a positive or dividing with a positive number no way has effect on the inequality symbol, but multiplying or dividing with a negative sign or negative number affects the symbol, means less than becomes greater than becomes less than, vice versa. Okay, so this is also simple, most of you know so far here. Now let me tell you the next step. So there are 5 to 6, 7 steps. I'll tell you everything. I know what comes as part of exam. Try to listen them carefully, then we'll solve the questions. Now, SAT is difficult because of the lengthy questions that it has in the exam. If you are good at reading, you can comprehend that reading in short span. You can answer the question. You feel that you are very good. But the problem with this SAT exam is morely about the lengthy word problems, mainly in inequalities. Whenever they give inequality problem, you have very lengthy problem. So I'll help you to convert the English, the lengthy problem into mathematical problem, mathematical equations, statements. So we'll see how to convert. So if I want to write less than in English, what are the different ways me as a student can write less than? So definitely I told one word, which is less than. So what is the other way? Generally whenever we should be use this word, fewer than. Less is same as fewer than, like a synonym. So whenever I have less than or fewer than in my English statement, what is the meaning of this? Is they're asking me to use this symbol. Okay. Next symbol, less than or equal to. So what does this stands for? Less than or equal to. Again, I'm telling you, most important, because students does not know how to convert English statements into mathematical equations. That is only the reason they fail to get 800. Getting 800 in SAT math is very difficult. I'm telling you truth. Even if 3 to 4 of my students out of every 10 students are getting 800, then we are teaching too well. You are practicing too well. We are teaching too well. So difficult. You need to get all questions correct. Even one question mistakes, 10 marks, 20 marks. Sometimes even I see 30 marks gone, 770. I've seen thousands of students. You are alone as a student, so you might not know much. I've seen thousands of students who have been preparing and training SAT here. Even GRE and D. Might leave them right now SAT. I see with one mistake, I've seen students who lost 30 marks. Some of those exams, actual SAT exams, once the student get marks, they say, sir, I got one mistake, but I got 770. Open your question and answer service. Yes, one mistake, 30 marks gone. So it is so competitive exam. It is not that everywhere. Even I saw with one mistake, students get 800. It is percentile based exam. So for the top percentile, they give 800. If more and more intelligent students are writing, you need to be very careful. Yeah. So now the next thing that I would like to say is less than or equal to. So one thing that I said is less than or equal to. If they given the equation less than or equal to, so immediately your mind say less than or equal to. Next thing we can also say for less than or equal to is most important, which students get confused, at most. What is the meaning of at most? Maximum. What is the meaning of maximum? Less than or equal to. I have at most 100 rupees, 100 crores with me, means X is less than or equal to 100 crores. At most means maximum. At most means less than or equal to. At most is also meaning of at most, maximum. The meaning of this is less than or equal to. At most, generally people for at most they write greater than or equal to. No, less than or equal to. Now I can also say this as no more than. I have all this in my brain here. You should also have in your brain. No more than. I'm not asking you to by heart, but realize no more than means I have less than or equal to. I have no more than 10 chocolates with me. So the number of chocolates is X. X is less than or equal to 10. Less than or equal to, at most, maximum, or no more than. All of them represent the same thing, because when they see at most, they don't know how to convert into mathematical statement. They get stuck. They write different mathematical statement. Entire thing, everything in this world is, whenever you have any competitive exam, the most difficult part is understanding the meaning they are saying and converting into the English into mathematical statements. If you can do that, you are the winner. Very good. So now I told you about less than or equal to, how to convert the word problems into mathematical statements. Let me say for greater than or equal to. So if I have greater than, I told you clearly greater than. So happily greater than means that symbol. Some students even get confused. Greater than means they write like this. No, yeah, it is bad. So more than, other than for a synonym like more than. So whenever I see generally greater than or more than, it is this symbol, or even exceeds, more than, that's it. Greater than or more than generally will immediately convert into greater than symbol. Now if I have greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to, next thing we have is at least. Before I told you at most. So at least means minimum. I have at least 100 crores with me. So X is greater than or equal to 100 crores. So the next thing that you can say is for at least, minimum, greater than or equal to. You can also say that no more than, right? Yeah, no less than. If I say no less than, I have no less than 10 chocolates with me, greater than or equal to. Simple. No less than means greater than or equal to. No more than means less than or equal to. So these are the words that will help you to convert English statements into mathematical equations. So mathematical equations or inequations. So just keep track of them. Most important whenever you are solving any word problems. Okay, perfect so far. I think I'm very clear in what I've explained so far. Let me move on to the next step. Okay, yeah. So at the end of the session, just now I'm speaking with one person. He's the person is one of the topmost CEO of the company. He's one of the most well-wisher. I'm showing him our latest achievements in terms of SAT scores and universities. Latest. I never want to go even 2-3 years or latest this year achievements. Even I'll show you. At least you'll be motivated at the end of the class. Last 2-3 minutes, I'm going to show that to you. Okay. Yeah. Now, next thing that is required in inequalities is graphing. That is what is important. Even in linear functions, you need to teach graphing. I thought of explaining the graphing in linear functions too. Let me explain graphing linear functions first. Then I'll explain graphing linear inequalities and solution for linear inequalities. These are the things that I need to teach, and the questions comes from this. Graphing linear inequalities, solutions of linear inequalities. So first you draw graphing linear inequalities. You need to know how to graph linear inequalities. You need to know how to graph linear equalities, GLE. First we learn how to graph linear equalities or linear equation. It's very simple. Suppose if I need to draw x plus 2y minus 10 equal to 0. Suppose if I have a linear equation and I would like to draw this. How can I draw this? As simple as this. To draw any linear equation, you just need to know what is x-intercept and what is y-intercept. Try to find what is x-intercept and what is y-intercept. What is the meaning of x-intercept? Again, I'm repeating. I might have repeated hundreds of times. X-intercept means the point of y when x is equal to 0, or the value of y when x is equal to 0. So when I plug in, x-intercept means the value of x when y is equal to 0. X-intercept means the value of y x when y is equal to 0. So plug in y equal to 0. X-intercept means the point where the graph is touching x-axis, means the value of y is 0. The value of x when y is equal to 0. Sorry, extremely sorry, I'm thinking something else. The value of x when y is equal to 0 is my x-intercept. So just plug in y equal to 0. So x plus 0 minus 10 equal to 0. So for this graph, the x-intercept is 10, 0. Y-intercept is the value of y when x is equal to 0. Everywhere, for any function, irrespective of linear, quadratic, cubic, wherever it is. X-intercept and y-intercept, they always remain the same. X-intercept means the value of x when y is equal to 0. Y-intercept means the value of y-intercept here. The value of y when x is equal to 0. As simple as that. So find x-intercept and y-intercept. How do you find x-intercept? You plug in y equal to 0. You got 10, 0. How do you find y-intercept? Plug in x is equal to 0. The moment you plug in x is equal to 0, 2y is equal to 10, y is equal to 5. So 0, 5. So 0, 5 is my y-intercept and 10, 0 is my x-intercept. So I have two things here. Once I know them, so simple. Now you're right. One point is 10, 0. Other point is 0, 5. So this is how you will draw a linear equation. Whenever you have a function, you need to draw a linear equation. You'll just find what is x-intercept. There are many other ways to draw, but I don't want you to get into all the things. You just need to know what is x-intercept and y-intercept. X-intercept is x when y is 0, y-intercept is y when x is equal to 0. As simple as that. You'll plot both of them and join them. You get a graph of linear equation. Now everyone in the class is clear how to draw graph of a linear equation. Correct? As simple. Now we'll see how to draw the graph of linear inequality or linear inequation. When I have linear inequality, so when we have linear inequality, yes, Amasiri, I'm doing. I just saw your message. Yeah. So how to draw linear inequality is what you'll see here. Suppose I would like to draw the graph of x plus 2y minus 10 is greater than 0 or less than 0 or less than something, whatever it is, but it is some inequality. If I would like to draw this graph, what you need to do is first you make this inequality as equality. So x plus 2y minus 10 is equal to 0. I made it as an inequality. The moment I made it as an inequality, I can find happily x-intercept and y-intercept. My x-intercept is 10, 0. Just now I showed you how to find. And my y-intercept is 0, 5. So happily I was able to find what is my x-intercept and y-intercept. I got them. Let me draw them. This is 0, 5. This is 10, 0. I graphed them. The moment I graphed them, this is for inequality, but I need to draw for greater than 0. So listen to me carefully. SAT is such a smart exam. They always look for where student can fall into the traps. We should avoid those traps. Isolate y. Once you draw an inequality, this is a graph, isolate y. So 2y is greater than minus x plus 10. I'm taking x and 10 to other side. I can add or subtract anything. So inequality sign will not change. I'll divide by 2 on both sides. Inequality sign will not change. Y is greater than minus x by 2 plus 10 by 2 can be written as 5. Y is greater than minus x by 2 plus 5. Now, it is great. You need to see after isolating y, not before. So after isolating y, it is greater than or less than? It is greater than. Greater than means, it is just greater than means this line will become like this. Even this line is not included. There is a difference between a dashed line and a solid line. Dashed line means that line is not included. So greater means above this line. All the points above this line stands for greater than. All the points above this line stands for greater than. Dashed line, you need to draw a dashed line, not a solid line, and just draw to the points above. So once you draw a linear equation, isolate y. If it is greater than, above the line. If it is greater than or equal to, you can draw a solid line above. So repeating, suppose if I have y is greater than minus x by 2 plus 5, this is how the graph looks like. See here. This is how the graph should look. That line also should not be included. If I say y is greater than or equal to minus x by 2 plus 5, same graph, instead of this dashed line, you'll get a solid line. This is the graph of y is greater than or equal to minus x by 2 plus 5. If I have y is less than minus x by 2 plus 5, I assume I got y is less than x minus 5. Again, a dotted line less than to the bottom. Y is less than or equal to minus x by 2 plus 5. These are the graphs. If you can understand this, you can solve any graphing linear inequality question. Follow my steps blindly. If you cannot follow, you can watch the video after the class again and again. Watch them again and again till you understand, but you need to put efforts. If you don't want to put efforts, please don't waste your time and parents' money. Yeah. So these are the 4 graphs that you have: greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. If you can understand this, you understand what is the meaning of graphing linear inequalities. Then I'll go to the next thing, solution of linear inequalities. First, just have a look, and even please do write all these 4 graphs in your notes. Then I'm going to explain about the next part, that is Solution of linear inequalities. Solution for pair of linear inequalities, or even for linear inequality. Okay, so I can move on. So next is all about solutions. When I say solution, if I have x plus y minus 5 equal to 0, assume, then 3 comma 2 is my solution. Why? Because when I plug in 3 and 2, 3 plus 2 minus 5, 5 minus 5 is 0. So it is happily satisfying. So 3 comma 2 is my one solution. Now, if I have x plus y minus 5 is less than 0, and if I ask is 3 comma 2 is my solution, what you need to do? There are two types of question in solutions in SAT as per my understanding, as per my going through different papers that are available. My understanding is there are two models that comes as part of inequalities. One is they give only one inequality and they say which of the following pairs satisfy those inequality. One point is 3 comma 2, other point is 1 comma 5, another point is minus 2 comma 1, next point is 10 comma 5, 10 comma 15. So definitely C for Chennai should be answered. So whenever they give this, don't try to do miracles, don't try to graph nothing, because one of these should be answered. Try to plug in. When I plug in 3 comma 2, 5 minus 5 is less than 0. 0 less than 0 is meaningless. It can never be answered. 0 is equal to 0, not less than 1 comma 5. 1 plus 5 minus 5 is less than 0. 1 is less than 0 is again meaningless. So B is another meaningless. Now put minus 2 comma 1, minus 2 plus 1 minus 5 minus 6 is less than 0. Yes, it is satisfying. So C for Chennai is answer. If you want to plug in even D, that will not satisfy. You'll get 20 is less than 0, which is meaningless. The only option that is satisfying this one is C. So C for Chennai should be my answer. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Yes. So that is when one inequality is given. Now you can also encounter like pair of inequalities are given. Even there is more in this. I told you only the basic. I need to go extension of this. So now let me come back and explain again. Go. So we know how to graph one inequality. We also know how to find solution of one inequality. Now, if pair of inequalities are given, how to graph them? So far, I'm discussing for just one inequality. Now, if pair of inequalities are given, how to find graphs, how to draw the graphs, and how to find the solutions. Most important, generally get this also in exam. Unless the student have understanding of what I'm explaining, you cannot do in exam yet. So you should also know what is the meaning of pair of inequalities and pair of inequalities questions and how to do them. Yeah, perfect. Please don't be late to the class and don't miss any class. Yeah, 20 students should be there in today's class because I asked other students to come for regular class. Now, if pair of inequalities are given, how to graph them and how to find their solutions? So first, let us see how to graph them. I need to graph x plus 2y minus 5 is greater than or equal to 0. I should also draw minus 2x plus 10y is less than or equal to minus 20. Assume I give something on the board, or minus 7. Something I gave on the board here. No need 7. I'll keep as 20 only. I keep it as 20 only, or 30. I'll write it as 24. Now I wrote two inequalities on the board. I need to graph them, see how I'm going to draw, and I'll also tell you how to find solution for them. Most important, you should be completely focusing on this for next 5 minutes. Then I'll solve at least 5 to 10 questions with you. Combination of everything that I explained it to you, which are relevant to the actual SAT questions, which are made by me. If you can solve them, you can solve any question in exam here, guaranteed. Now, when I need to draw this, first to draw this, I told you how to draw a graph. First you find x-intercept and y-intercept. SAT exam, you don't have so much time, you need to be fast. My x-intercept is 5, so 5 comma 0, and my y-intercept is 2.5, so 0 comma 2.5. I got my x and y intercept, so just draw them. Assume this is 5 comma 0. Once you get x and y intercept, so 2y is greater than or equal to minus x plus 5. Y is greater than or equal to minus x by 2 plus 5 by 2. So greater than or equal to means clearly it is above. This is how the graph of this looks like. This is how the graph of this looks like. Now, if I need to draw graph of this, let me use a different color so that it will help you. Minus 2x plus 10y is less than or equal to 24. Put x-intercept y equal to 0. You will get minus 12 comma 0. And you put x is equal to 0, y you get as 0 comma 2.4. One point is minus 12 comma 0. Other point is 0 comma 2.4, just slightly less than this. Try to join them. It should come here 2.4. Assume this is 2.4 for now. Now it is less than, but isolate y. Then only see it is less than, because when you are isolating y, less than can become greater than can become less than. So don't take risk by just looking into this. If it is minus 10, completely different graph will come. So try to isolate. So 10y is less than or equal to 24 plus 2x. Y is less than or equal to 2.4 plus 0.2x. So less than or equal to. So since it is less than or equal to, your graph should look like this. This is the graph. This is the graph of minus 2x plus 10y is less than or equal to 24. I'm trying to explain as best as I can. Follow. Still you have problem, you can ask me right now or even after the class, but ask me right now, I can explain it here. So I've drawn both the graphs in the same, both the inequalities in the same graph. When I draw both the inequalities in the same graph, you get a picture something like this. So again, I'm taking my green color because I want to expand this. When I expand this, you get this. Okay. And similarly, blue line. So when you need to find the solution for them, what is the meaning of solution for them? Now I know how to graph both of them. When they give pair of inequalities, you need to graph them in one graph. If you draw in two different graphs, no use. But you need to be fast. X and y intercept for less than or equal to. You should not take so much time, because in SAT, if you can do any question under 1 minute and you can do it, your accuracy is good. You can get close to 800. Both should be followed. Less than 1 minute and accuracy should be good. You're taking too much time or your accuracy is not good. Again, you make some other mistake in the final exam too. Now, when I need to find the solution for the given inequalities, it is so simple. Again, there are two models here. One is they give graphs and they ask solution, and they give inequalities and they ask solution. They give two inequalities and they, which are the following pair. They give just one number in this. Don't get confused. First, let me see. They might give graph like this and they ask you solution. When they give two inequalities, the solution would be, this is my solution. Why? Because this is the part where two lines are meeting. This is my solution. So the final graph should be something like this for this. Final graph should be something like this. So this is my solution, this part. This part is my solution. Where you can see both the lines intersecting or matching is called as a solution. Most important, you can get a question on this too. You should know how to draw graphic inequalities. Then there are solution. You need to identify where both of them have a common part. The moment where they have common part, that is said to be a solution. Okay. Yeah. Now they might give you pair of inequalities like x plus 2y minus 5 is less than or equal to 0 or greater than or equal to 0. Other inequalities, minus 2x plus 3y plus 10 is greater than or equal to 0. I have two inequalities and they give four options. Which of the following is the solution? Means they're asking one point in this. This point can be 5 comma 10. This point, they're asking only one point. If they ask you a graph, very simple, you can see where both of them are intersecting. You'll identify that area and you'll say, yes, both of them are intersecting in this area. So that should be solution. Easily you'll be able to answer it and mark the answer and go to the next question. But if they give you one point in this, how can you find? If they ask if this is a solution to both the pairs, they can even ask. So the next model I see general exam, they give pair of inequalities. Which of the following is solution to the pair of inequalities given below? They give two inequalities and they give 5 options. I'm giving random questions, so don't worry. Don't try to look for exact thing. I give 4 points and see which of the following is solution. So then what you need to do, you need to take first point, see if it is satisfying this or not. Let me see it is satisfying this or not. 3 plus 10 minus 5. No, it is not satisfying. 13 minus 5 is 8. 8 is not less than or equal to 0. Even if it is not satisfied for one inequality, it cannot be my answer. So A for Agra is gone. Let me take 4 comma 1. If I take 4 comma 1, 4 plus 6, 4 plus 2, 6, 6 minus 5 is 1, 1 less than or equal to 0 is also meaningless. If I take minus 3 comma 2, if once it is wrong for one inequality, it cannot be answered, because if this is a solution, means this should satisfy this should satisfy this, and both, for both of them it should satisfy, then only it makes sense. Next is minus 3 comma 2, minus 3 plus 4 minus 5 minus 8 minus 4. Yes, this is satisfying this, so check this one also. 6 plus 6, yes, this is also satisfying this. Minus 3 comma 2 is satisfying both the inequalities, hence your C for Chennai should be your answer. Hence C for Chennai should be your answer. Okay, understood? Very simple. Now let me open some questions and we shall do them. So there are few questions here. These are the models. These are the only models which I generally see in the exam. This is my own writing here. Please bear with me with writing. But these are the similar models. If they give, they can get similar questions. You try to read this question and try to solve. I am giving you just 1 minute to solve. If you have understood whatever I explained you so far, you can solve any question in less than 1 minute. James does 2 part-time jobs. He works as a salesman, which pays $15 per hour, and he works as a fitness trainer that pays him $11.5 per hour. He can work no more than 30 hours per week, but he wants to earn at least $390 per week. He cannot work no more than 30 hours, but he wants to earn at least $390. Which of the following system of inequalities represents the situation in terms of x and y, where x is the number of hours he works as a salesman, y is the number of hours he works as a fitness trainer? Start. This is a question I just read because some of you might not be able to understand my English, so I read it. Start and tell me answer fast. We have only 1 minute left with you. Type your answer in the chat box, and everyone should type answer in the chat box. I explained it so clearly. Please do type the answer in the chat box. Everyone should type your answer. Everyone, make sure that you type your answer. Fast. 5 students replied to me. I am expecting answers from everyone. Abhinav gave me answer. Abhinav, Mahi, Likit, Anushka, Samhit, Pranav, Siri, Anand. So these students gave me answers. I'm expecting answers from everyone in the class. Good. One model is generally they give some lengthy word problem. They say which of the following inequalities satisfy this. All the answers comes from whatever I explained. Nothing comes from Gausia. Gausia has given me an answer. Abhiram gave me his answer. See how simple is this, students? Then just a lengthy word problem. That's it here. I told you, right? SAT terrifies us. But when you go into the depth, it is nothing. It is a useless exam. No, sorry, I should not say useless or something. They are not great. It is a very easy exam. That is what I meant to say. Sorry for my wordings. It is a very easy exam. But the wording is so difficult. They try to make our life look like hell. But James does 2 part-time jobs. He works as a salesman, which pays $15 per hour, and he works as a fitness trainer that pays him $11.5 per hour. He can work no more than means I told you when I'm explaining the wordings, I told you no more than. No more than means less than or equal to. You want at least means greater than or equal to. Which of the following system of inequality represents? So where X is the number of hours he works as a salesman, Y is the number of hours he works as a fitness trainer. So X plus Y. No more than X plus Y is less than or equal to 30. Because I cannot work more than 30 hours. X is the number of hours I am working as a fitness trainer or salesman. Y is the number of hours I am working as a fitness trainer. Now next thing, two part-time jobs. He works as a salesman which pays $15 per hour. So total amount I earn through this is 15x, and the total amount I earn through other job is 11.5y. This is the total amount I earn. What is my total amount? Total amount should be how much? Total amount should be at least means greater than or equal to 390. So see the inequality that is satisfying. Yes, but no, yes, and yes. So both the inequalities are satisfying here. So D for Delhi should be answer. Is a difficult question. No way it is difficult question. It is most easiest question. But the wordings, if you have understood, at least, at most, no more than, no less than, definitely you can answer this question here. Okay. Yeah. Next question. You can expect to get a similar questions in the exam. Do 13 and 14. Then you'll also do these graphs questions. You need to be good at drawing the graph, or I'll take one of the actual questions. You will do them. So try to give me answer for 13th one. Which of the following, which ordered pair is the solution set to the following system of inequalities? Y is less than x minus 1 and y is less than or equal to 3x plus 1. Which ordered pair is the solution set of the following system of inequalities? Which ordered pair is 13th one? Question number 13. Perfect. Very good. Excellent. Everyone, you should compete among yourself. Very good. Which of the order pair is the solution set to the inequalities? Y is less than x minus 1 and y is less than or equal to 3x plus 1. Mahi, Sidhu, Abhinav, Goshia gave me their answers to me. I think even, yeah, Goshia, Abhinav, Sidhu, Mahi, Siri. Perfect. Even others. Which ordered pair is solution set to the following system of inequalities? Fast. You need to identify which of the following set that satisfies the given inequality. Different students are giving different answers to me. No, it's not good. Everyone should give me the same answer. Simple question. I'm asking you, which of the following pair is the solution set to the given inequality? They're giving you some pairs. I just explained it to you how to identify. Still, I'm making mistake means not good. The given pair should satisfy both the inequalities. The given pair should satisfy both the inequalities. Suppose if I take minus 1 comma 2, for example, let me take minus 1 comma 2. So 2 is less than minus 1 minus 2. 2 is less than minus 2 is meaningless. So A can never be answered because it is not even satisfying the first inequality. Now take the second inequality. Second inequality is 1 comma 2. 2 is less than 1 minus 1. 2 is less than 0, meaningless. So B for Bangalore also cannot be answered. Now take the third option. 1 is less than minus 3, which is an other meaningless option because 1 less than minus 3 can now minus 1 comma minus 2. So minus 1 is less than minus 1 is less than minus 1 is less than minus 3. Yes. To be frank, none of the options are satisfying. I think by mistake I gave this as 1 minus 1 comma 1 comma 2 or something plus or minus. I made mistakes. So you should say none of them will satisfy, but everyone in the class has given me answers. So you are rocking here. No, yeah, it is not going to help you. You need to be very sincere. Boss, Mr. Venkat, I could not see any option that is satisfying. Should be your answer. But luckily, or you are doing some miracle thing. Miracle means making something impossible to possible. So you should get Nobel Prize. Contact me after the class. We'll try to get Nobel Prize here. Okay? Yeah. None of them satisfies. I think by mistake, I think it's also a good thing. I did not change. I realized long back. I made these questions long back. I realized after the first class I can easily change it, but I wanted to keep it because I want to know how many of them are very confident about themselves. The final thing that is required in SAT is confidence. Okay, yeah. Now give me 14th one. Definitely you'll give answer for 14th one. Pakka correct. Just give me answer for 14th question. 14th one. Very good. 5 students gave me answer. Everyone should give me answer fast. I received answers from 6 students. Warren is the first one to give me answer. 3 gave me answer. Anushka gave me answer. Mahi gave me answer. Pranav gave me answer. Likit gave me answer. Anant gave me answer. Abhiram gave me answer. Anant, please do call me here after the class. Abhinav gave me answer. Abhiram gave me answer. Okay. Good number of students gave me answer. Even others, nothing is difficult. Just very simple part. So when I try to solve 14th question, this is how you need to solve. Which ordered pair is solution to the system of inequalities? Y is greater than 1 by y is greater than, definitely y should be greater than 3, y is less than, definitely BRD. This is another smartness. Why I gave this question is definitely y greater than 3. Happily A and C are this definitely right. You are solving this. Suppose this is the answer, you'll save at least 40 to 50 seconds, which is valuable time. Now I'm left with 2 options, either this or this. I'll try for this. If it satisfies, very good. If it does not satisfy, B should be answer. Let me try D. 4 is greater than or equal to 5 by 3 minus 3. Yes, 4 is greater than or equal to 5 by 3 minus 3. So definitely D for Delhi should be your answer. Okay. Or even B is also satisfying. Just 1 second. Now between B and D, I think I could not remember. If I say 4 is greater than or equal to 5 by 3 minus 3, yes, it is satisfying. B is also meaningless. Here they gave 3 greater than 3. How B can be answered? So without doing anything, you can answer directly as D for Delhi. I did not recognize this. 3 is not equal to this, just greater than. So the only option that is satisfying simple condition, this you can solve in 1 second. So answer for this is D for Delhi, because y should be greater than 3. The value of y greater than 3 is only one option. All other options are meaningless, nothing to do. None of them are satisfying this inequality. So definitely happily D for Delhi should be your answer. So let us go ahead with D for Delhi. Now let me give you other models that come as part of the exam. Next model that comes is, everyone in the class draw this graph. You should get solution as this is the answer. I gave it to you here. Everyone in the class draw the graph of x plus y less than 2 and y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 5 in your notes. Don't see the board. Finally, you should get a graph something similar to this. This should be your solution. Just try to draw the graph in your notes for x plus y is less than 2 and y is greater than or equal to 2x minus 5. So x plus y less than 2, I'm drawing along with you, but it should be less than, just something like this. Then less than y is less than 2 minus x, so less than, so to the bottom y is greater than or equal to x minus 5. Put x is equal to 0, y is minus 5, 0 comma minus, I'll use different colors. Put x is equal to 0, 0 comma minus 5. Put y is equal to 0, 2x minus 5 is equal to 0, 5 by 2, 2.5. So this is 2. We'll get a graph something like this. Now identify if you want to draw greater than or equal to. So greater than or equal to is this one. Now see where both of them are matching. Both of them are matching in this area. So that is the reason I said this should be, you should select only this graph. They'll give 4 graphs. It is so confusing. Actually, I would have given actual papers. I think I did not open. Again, it takes unnecessary waste of time, so I'm not opening. So you need to select only this graphs. Option A will be this, option B would be something else, option C would be something else. So you need to see where both of them are meeting. That would be your solution. Students don't prepare for these models, or they don't have awareness, so they make mistakes in the part of the exam here. This question we have solved. Yeah, so this just lengthy word problems, nothing else. You'll be able to solve this question. Amy wants to buy fruits and vegetables from a supplier to sell in her shop. The supplier will deliver no more than 400 pounds in a shipment. Each container of fruits weighs 7.2 pounds, and each container of vegetable weighs 6.5 pounds. The service wants to buy at least thrice as many containers of fruits as containers of vegetables. Let F represent the number of containers of fruits, and Y represents the number of containers of vegetables. Which of the following system of inequalities represents the situation? Very good question, simple but bit complicated. Option A is 7.2F plus 6.5E is less than or equal to 400, and 3F is greater than or equal to S. 3F is greater than or equal to S. The service wants to buy at least thrice as many kind of fruits. 3F is greater than or equal to V. 7.2F plus 6.5 is greater than or equal to 400, and 3F is less than or equal to V. This is V here. V. Yeah. So these are all. Which of the following options should be correct? I think in last option you cannot see this. No problem for now. Write your own answer, then we can see here. For this question, what should be the conditions? Supplier will deliver no more than 400 pounds in a shipment. So how many container? What is the weight of the container? F. What is the weight of the vegetables? V. How many? Yeah. How many containers of fruits you are bringing? F. How many containers of vegetables are you bringing? V. So first equation should be, what is the weight of each container of fruits? 7.2. So 7.2 F plus, what is the weight of each this one? 6.5. 6.5 V is the vegetable weight. So total weight is 7.2 F plus 6.5 V. But I cannot carry more than 400 pounds. So no more than 400 means less than or equal to 400. Now next condition, you see this condition. What is the condition that they had given? So next condition is, service want to buy at least thrice as many containers of fruits as containers of vegetables. So how many fruits do you want to buy? You want to buy thrice as many as, people are giving me answers. Very good. People are giving me different answers, which is very good. And service want to buy at least thrice as many containers of fruits as containers of vegetables. How many fruits you want to buy? At least thrice as many as containers of vegetables. So F should be greater than or equal to 3V, and 7.2 F plus 6.5 V should be less than or equal to 400. 7.2 F plus 6.5 V should be less than or equal to 400 is the first condition. And how many fruits you want to buy? At least as many as 3 times the containers of vegetables. So F is greater than or equal to 3V. 7.2 F options I'll modify. So 7.2 F plus 6.5 V should be less than or equal to 400, and F is greater than or equal to V. So I'll go for C for Chennai. So C for Chennai is matching my requirements. Simple here. You just need to know what are the conditions I explained it to you, then definitely you would be able to solve these questions. You need to have practice, at least, at most. Listen everything. Listen, practice. Again, I'll send you this video. You can practice this 100 times, 200 times till you get understand. Other model that I see in exam is you get questions like this and students don't know how to solve. Suppose if I see -3 is less than x plus 3 is less than 0, and if I ask you what is the value of -7x minus 21, how do I get this from this? Just multiply -7 on both sides. -7 into -3 is 21. Less than becomes greater than. this becomes minus 7x minus 21 greater than 0. So if they ask what is one possible value of minus 7x minus 21, you can mark any number like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the number you get in your way, you can mark it. So understand, right? So you should not try to solve for x from this, try to do something. Students will do something else. Such students cannot mark answer in the exam. They give, if this is the less, what is one possible value? See how you can get this equation or this expression from this inequality. If I multiply minus 7, I get it. So when I multiply minus 7, 21 is greater than minus 7x minus 27. So you need to mark any number between 1 to 20, like 1, 2, 3, any one number. When they say what is one possible value, suppose you see this, how will I frame this question? So they give something inequality like this: minus 4 by 3 is less than 2 minus 3t is less than minus 1 by 3, and they ask you what is the value of 90 minus 6. See here how carefully: minus 4 by 3 is less than 2 minus 3t is less than minus 1 by 3. What do I need here? 90 minus 6. So first let me multiply with 3 on both sides. Minus 4 is less than 6 minus 90 is less than minus 1. I want 90 minus 6, so multiply with minus. So 4 is greater than 90 minus 6 is greater than 1. So 90 minus 6 should lie between 1 and 4. So you can mark either 2 or 3 or even 2.1, because it's not asking integer value. So you can mark any value that you get, either 1, 2 or 3 or 2.1, or any number between those should be correct answers. Okay. Yeah. So there I'll send you questions, or from the books that I have shared, please do solve inequalities questions. If possible, I'll share more questions right now after the class you do, and I'll show you my achievements. As I said, you just bear with me for 1 minute. I'll show you, at least that should be a motivation for you.